folks, welcome to the OZone. Boy, do we ever have a special time for you. Big guest coming up. We're super excited. Right here on the OZone.
You're in the offensive zone. Your place for Leafs hockey.
Folks, we're joined here by a very special guest, James Roberts from Halifax. Many of you, I'm sure, know him from Offside Hockey Talk. James, welcome to the OZone.
What's going on?
It's great to have you. Listen, we follow you on Twitter, like I'm sure most loyal Leaf subscribers and fans do. What caught our eye about what you do, the material you put out there, is just how insightful you are. You've got great stuff, great material. Anyone out there who's watching this who doesn't know about James's Twitter feed, we're going to put it up here. He has great stuff. You should definitely be following. How long have you been doing this?
I think 2016 is when the podcast started. Started doing the prediction season videos. I think the year after. And that was just a happenstance thing. I just wanted to have fun getting everybody amped for the game. So saw a lot of people doing game day shoutouts, but no one standing in front of a camera and blasting something out there. So I was like, let's go. Yeah. And then, of course, Dangle had his post-game stuff. So you really can't touch that neck of the woods. So
right.
I was like, well, I'll be the guy before the game that you see, and you can go to him afterwards when you're upset.
That's great.
More often than not, right? Yeah.
There it is.
Well, James, you're a Halifax boy. Why the Leafs?
No, I'm not a Halifax boy. I live out here. I live out in Cole Harbour, actually, just down the street from where Mr. Sidney Crosby made it all famous. But I moved out east in 2003. So I was born in Newmarket, raised in Keswick and Scarborough, Toronto. So I've been all around that area right up until 03. So after that, 03 and beyond's been out here. But why out here? To get a long story short, my growing up wasn't the greatest. My grandparents are the ones who took me in. And they raised me out east, and they were out easters, so this is where I stayed, and this is home now.
Oh, that's great.
Fantastic.
Great story.
Good story. Now, who, as far as the Leafs go, who are your faves?
Gary Roberts, obviously,
yes.
The namesake. Love him. Love the way he played, though. Wouldn't back down, didn't care, would defend teammates. Got to go with Big Mats. I mean, obviously, when you're looking for a big game out of him, it always used to happen. Mm-hmm. We had the running joke as kids, though, that he played better in the Sweden jersey than he ever played in the Leaf jersey. So, if we could only get that Mats on the ice, we'd be a lot better off. And then, I was big on the goaltenders too, so I really like Cujo and Felix. So, all those kind of guys, man. I like blood and guts kind of guys playing on the line, so why not?
Cool. That's good stuff, James. Hey, we're big fans. We watch your videos to get fired up for games. So I happen to catch your last one. How's the back doing?
You know what? It's tender. It's the end of the day, like I said before we jumped on today. But heard you got a Tiger Woods story going on about that.
Hey, I'm glad you asked me. So I'm in a nightclub in Vegas.
No, Coach, we're not doing the Tiger Woods story tonight. This is about James.
Come on, James. I'll catch you later on that. We do predictions here. We're not good at it. But you, my friend, are unbelievable. Last game, the Seattle game, here's who he called scoring. McCann, Bunting, Cachet, and Muzzin. And they all scored. Yeah. How the hell did you do that? Are you always so bang on with the predictions?
Not always so bang on. Obviously, they haven't won the Cup or a playoff round, so I'm losing it somewhere. But no, I mean, it's just a vibe, right? I mean, you look around Twitter and you look at whoever he's talking about, and Kosh is a buzzsaw. You want to see him score because of the way he plays. Yeah. Bunting's the guy that you want to see do well because he's supposed to be Hyman's replacement. And then, of course, you want to see Muzzin score because why not? Yeah. It's Jake freaking Muzzin. But this all started for me. I'll give you the funniest story. So the first one that I did, it was a few years ago now, and it was Zach Hyman. I think it was the Minnesota Wild. I called the score. I called when he would score. I called his game-winning goal. Everybody who scored in that game called it to a T. And I thought nothing of it. I put my little video up. I went to bed. I woke up the next morning. Over 10,000 views. I had Dean Lundell messaging me. hey, you got to come on with me and Millard and talk about this. It's nuts.
Wow.
And I was like, man, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like, this is really cool. And then the next video I made was like 100 people watched it.
Right.
So it's cool though, because now it just builds you up.
Sure.
That was the moment where I was like, I like doing this.
Yeah.
That was fun. And, there's so many times that I'll go out on a limb and I'll do a crazy video. Like one couple years ago, I don't know if you guys remember Brian 5 or 6.
Sure, in Ottawa.
Yeah. So, I made a video and, me and him were joking via DM. I was like, I'm going to taunt you. And he's like, no problem, go ahead. So I taunted him and was having fun. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's Austin 316. Matthew's going to, stomp a mud hole in you and open a can of whoop ass. And Toronto got walked by the Young Senators. I think it was like 6-2.
Yeah.
And every comment in my thing was all Sens fans.
Oh, wow.
It's grinding me. And it's like, there's two edges to this, isn't there? It's bad on the bad side.
That's great.
No, it's a boatload of fun. As you see now, like we got to team up with a couple different things, and we're giving away hockey cards while we're doing it, and just fun, man.
I sure hope you got the giveaway for the game where you called Hyman to score and the time, because your giveaways are time dependent. Most of the time, it's like how much ice time is so and so going to get, right?
Yeah, right.
And you got giveaways. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I got lucky. So I went to a flea market, found a bunch of cool Leaf cards, Kadri jersey patches, Koliakova jersey, just a bunch of cool cards.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I like these cards, but how fun would it be to do a video, amp it up, and be like, hey, guess the ice time, and here's a card you can win. And it blew up. So then this Smitty Sports card on Twitter reached out to me. He's like, hey, man, I got a stack of recent Leafs rookies. They're all cool cards.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll shell you some out. And,
that's awesome.
You can give them away. And now he just sends me every couple of weeks, sends me about 10 or 15 more. And he's like, hey, send them out. That's the way the community is, though, right? It's all fun. Even coming on here, right? It's all because of having fun and talking about the Leafs. So it just grows.
It's fantastic. So hopefully you don't do a Gilbert Gottfried impersonation, or you're going to put me out of a job here.
There's nothing there. Listen, I can do a lot of fun things.
No, Zilla. So, all right. So, hey, let me get you out of here on this. You got a guest coming up on your pod. How, in God's name, did you get Vinny Trocheck to agree to be on your pod? That's fantastic.
Vinny Trocheck was... That's fun. It's just fun. So his PR team is Savarina PR. And so I reached out to her. We've been talking. She's been on our show. She has a client list. So she was like, hey, how about one time we'll link up and we'll get Vinny Trocheck on? And I was like, all right. And this was about a year ago, and I forgot all about it. And then I was like, man, it'd be cool to get a cool guest on. Let me see if we can. And she's like, yeah, Tuesday.
Wow.
2 p.m.
No kidding.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, definitely. I'll make sure I'm free. It was just an absolute awesome thing. And, of course, he couldn't figure out how to get into StreamYard to come on with us. So he texted Savarina. He's like, just give him my phone number. And he can call me. So now I got Vinny Trocheck on speed dial. So when he goes to play the Leafs next time, I'm going to blow his phone up all night long and leave him away.
Love it. All right, good stuff. Hey, we were going to have Betty White on ours, but, she passed.
Yeah.
She was a subscriber.
That would be the Golden Leafs, right?
That's right.
What do you think about this year's group? We got a shot at the Cup, and if not, what would you do at the trade deadline?
Well, if you guys have watched the videos, I'm big on saying that we need a minute munching, shot blocking, net front clearing defenseman.
Yes.
We need another Jake Muzzin, a guy who can play you 20 minutes a night if Muzzin goes down, because we all see what happens when he goes down in the playoffs. Like a pin comes out of the defense, the team just folds in. So obviously, to me, you need another one of those guys, and you go out and you look for a Scott Mayfield, a Calvin DeHaan. You look at all the different teams, Josh Manson. If the Anaheim Ducks want a deal and not try to push for the playoffs, but you have to find another defenseman. But as for the team as a whole, guys, when have you seen a Leafs team in the past few years that takes up after each other like this squad does? You're watching Mo get aggravated. You're watching Kasha. You're watching all these guys that are just getting pissed off when someone gets hit, and that's something that hasn't happened. So the give a crap meter is there this year, and I love watching people freak out. They lost 2 games in a row, and you would have thought the season was off the rails.
Yeah,
guys, they're 8-2 in their last 10.
Yeah,
we're okay.
Yeah, we're
all right. These things happen. Go back, and I did this the other day, and it was something I was going to bring up on our show. But you go back and I look at Tampa, I look at Florida, I look at Colorado. Oh, wow, these guys have all lost 2 or 3 games in a row as well. Geez, they must suck too. No, it happens. It's called the regular season. Like, pump the brakes. This team here, though, I think it's the best shot we're going to have. Honestly,
Beautiful.
I do.
That's good.
Devo, this guy knows what he's talking about.
He does, absolutely. James, that's almost all the time we have today, but Coach brings up a great point about the trade deadline. We're thinking about doing a special dedicated to it. You know, would you consider joining forces with us on that? Maybe coming up?
I'd be in 100%. You know I'd be.
All right, we'll reach out for sure. Listen, James, thanks a lot for taking the time today. It's wonderful for us to be able to share you and what you do all the time with our fan base, and hopefully that you'll get a few more followers. Probably not like you need it, but thanks a lot, everybody. Again, Offside Hockey Talk. James does an incredible job. Thanks for joining us, James. It was a great night.
No problem. Next video that I do as well, guys, I'll make sure to tag and say everybody follow these fine gents. So make sure you're ready for that.
Wonderful. All right. Thanks a lot. Go Leafs, go.
Go Leafs, go.
The Leafs go.
Well, folks, what a great guest. Yeah. James, wonderful guy. So happy he could join us. Knows his stuff, folks.
A pleasure.
He really knows his Leaf stuff.
A pleasure.
Yeah, fantastic. Leaf Nation is so good, isn't it? There's guys like that, and people know their stuff. And God bless the people in the East Coast. Like, aren't they the salt of the earth? Fantastic.
Totally. 100%. Yeah, Cole Harbour, eh? A lot of hockey.
Yeah, he had to cut out early. He had to drive his Zamboni down to the Tim Hortons. Or is that just Sid? Is just Sid do that?
No, they only take Zambonis. You can only order a double-double with Zamboni.
Anyways, folks, listen, like the video, subscribe, go into the comments. If you know any Leafs fans that you think we should feature here, please jump on there, send us a note. We'd love to have you on the old pod. Subscribe, like, share it with your mom, because we want to have you right here on the